Keeping the show rolling. Next up, 185 middleweight bout. Coming out first, representing the blue corner out of Mendo Training Center, Joaquin Lopez.
And now currently walking out, we have Joaquin Lopez with a 6-1 record as a professional. The only loss on his record currently is from Batinich, who is the captain of the Mongolian Special Forces, and he is a fighter underneath the Dragon House banner. And Batinich only noticeable losses are one for the LFA title, and then his other losses against Spike Carlisle, who was signed to the UFC, but now he's taken his ambitions abroad to Japan and Pancras. So really, this is our next highest level fight that we'll probably see out of the night. Joaquin Lopez is no slouch as well. During COVID, he had taken a 2-year layoff, but right after COVID was officially almost over, he fought one more guy, and now he's 6-1, and he's facing off with Ivan Batinich, who's also 4-1. And whichever one of these guys pull off the win tonight definitely look like that they'll be the #1 contender in terms of being able to get promoted by Zhong himself to Dana White's Contender Series. So both of these gentlemen definitely have a lot to fight for. This is the next stage in their career. Whichever one of these guys pull it off, Zhong personally said that he'll do his best to get either one of these guys signed to to Dana White's Contender Series. So let's see what they pull out of their tanks tonight.
Absolutely. Making his way to the cage, Joaquin Lopez, 33 years of age, standing 6 feet tall, weighing 185 pounds in the middleweight division, with a record of 6 wins and only 1 defeat, representing Mendo Training Center out of Ukiah, California. It's going to be a great fight here. Joaquin Lopez bringing some great artillery to the cage, a superior striker, superior boxer, knocking out most of his opponents. Got great hands, got power in his punches, puts his combinations together great. It's a really good fight. His opponent, though, is definitely no slouch. Ivan Batinich, also a great striker, powerful wrestler. So I think for Joaquin Lopez, the strategy is going to have to keep this fight standing. Ivan Batinich is very explosive athlete, heavy hands, power, and very explosive.
Up next, out of the red corner, representing AKA,
and I believe Ivan Batinich was also a Division I wrestler.
Without getting knocked out first.
Absolutely.
Joaquin Lopez is knocking people out. And that's going to be the secret for Ivan Batinich to get this win. He has to make sure he doesn't get knocked out before he gets the fight to the ground.
Absolutely. Every fight starts standing, TC.
Definitely.
And Joaquin Lopez, #1 test right now is making sure that he does not let Ivan Batinich get those underhooks in on him.
Here we go. Making his way to the cage, age 35, standing 6 feet tall, weighing 185 pounds. In the lightweight division, with a professional record of 4 wins and 1 loss, representing AKA Fight Team out of San Jose, California, is Ivan Batinich.
Also, something that we should take into consideration is that Ivan Batinich has not fought in almost 3.5 years. His last noticeable win was over Daniel Compton in Bellator, on Bellator,
Bellator
226.
A professional middleweight bout at 185 pounds.
COVID, and I believe his professional
coming out first from the blue corner.
But Ivan Batinich, if he wants
representing the Mendo Training Center,
needs to secure this.
Joaquin Lopez. And in the red corner, representing AKA Ivan Batinich.
Both of these
this is 3 5-minute rounds. Let's go.
This could have easily been the main event of the evening.
Absolutely. But we have a treat for our main event that we'll talk about after this fight.
Here Here we go. Ivan Batinich taking on Joaquin Lopez. Batinich in the red fight trunks. Lopez in the purple and
Ivan
blue.
Batinich landing a solid leg kick, trying to go for the rear naked choke.
Look at this. Lopez going for the single here.
If he wants to secure this takedown, he needs to secure better head pressure.
Bro, the video said talk over me when I'm announcing. I can't hear them in the broadcast.
Good cage control here so far by Lopez. Able to pin Batinich against the cage. Staying in a dominant position here. Landing a knee there to the inside leg. Looks like Ivan Batinich has got that overhook.
And if I'm Ivan Batinich, what I'd do is start circling over to the right-hand side of the cage and utilizing that whizzer. Start shuffling his feet so that he can exit on the right-handed side. If he goes for this underhook here, he's going to have to fight off Joaquin Lopez's takedown for sure.
Ooh, nice inside leg kick right there.
Joaquin Lopez definitely looks more comfortable with his hands. You could definitely tell that he wants to utilize his boxing more for this fight in order to secure himself the win.
Looping left just missed there by Batinich. Oh!
And Ivan just throwing bombs, trying to back up Joaquin Lopez, but he's not easily intimidated by that. So let's see what he's able to pull out of his bag of tricks.
Oh, nice head kick attempt there, just missed by Batinich.
With this 3-year layoff, he very well could have filled in that hole that he felt that he had back when he fought Daniel Compton in Bellator 226 with his striking. Because the story behind that fight is that Daniel Compton was out striking him and he forced the takedown, and I believe he got the 3rd or 2nd round rear naked choke. So with this 3.5-year layoff, Ivan Batinich could have really been focusing on developing his kickboxing overall. It's phenomenal striking. It's definitely something that we haven't seen from him before.
Yeah. Now Joaquin Lopez, I'm definitely used to seeing him take it slow in the beginnings of the rounds and just light people up like he attempted to right there.
So Joaquin Lopez is trying to open up with the striking, but since Ivan he just might be the more, he might be the more talented grappler out of these two. So Joaquin isn't fully able to utilize his striking because he's holding back at the fact knowing that he can't overextend because he might get taken down.
Nice inside leg kicks landing by Batinich. So far, a great stand-up chess match between both of these awesome warriors.
Ooh, there's a really good check by Ivan. And Ivan working for the takedown. And this is exactly what we talked about earlier. Now we have to see the grappling pedigree of Joaquin Lopez, and can he work his way back up from this position? Right now, Joaquin has 1 foot on his hip. Now Ivan passed his butterfly, and right now Joaquin has a half guard now secured with double overhooks.
Looking to maybe go for, he's got wrist control on that left hand over there, that left wrist.
And if I'm Joaquin Lopez, I'm not really focused on striking too much. It's not very beneficial here. What he needs to do is get one underhook and stand back up, but that's the end of the round. Joaquin breathing a little heavy. Ivan, obviously, I believe he won this round, so we could have a first round that's a 10-9 round. He secured the takedown. He was outstriking Joaquin Lopez just by a slight margin. But right now, he doesn't seem too happy with what he was doing that round, but we're not asking for perfection. We're asking for a good performance.
Definitely.
Look at the cornering between these two fighters. Joaquin Lopez's corner looks a little hectic about what just occurred. I don't think they might have factored in the fight that he might get outstruck. And Ivan Batinich looks very calm and collected in his corner. So let's see how these two can implement a game plan. So Ivan, overall, so far he's winning, and Joaquin Lopez needs to figure a way out on how to edge his way back into this fight. Both of these guys are very game. And Ivan Batinich just so comfortable in there, saying hi to the cameraman in between the rounds. And here we go. This is the second round.
Let's see if Joaquin Lopez puts a little bit more pressure on Batinich this round. It's kind of a little too patient, pretty slow.
And Ivan Batinich trying that head kick again, like how we saw before. But if he wants to land that, he needs to mask it behind his jab. If he just keeps throwing that naked head kick without any punches, especially his lead hand, generally from higher level strikers, what you want to see is them using the lead hand to set up the back leg kick. And then generally it's the opposite as well. Whatever their power hand is, you want to see that opposite leg pop up as well. So if Ivan wants to try to secure that head kick, he needs to use his southpaw jab or hook to set that up.
Definitely.
Ivan looking to set up a Superman with his footwork. And Ivan looking like he's going to secure this takedown. Joaquin Lopez utilizing a butterfly guard. But his back is to the cage, so the only way that this is going to work is if he uses that wizard or if he gets an underhook and tries to utilize that butterfly guard to push Ivan back. And Ivan throwing an elbow in between.
Lopez needs to figure out how to get back to his feet.
Absolutely, and this is what we talked about before the fight, Tusi. We knew that the wrestling pedigree of Ivan Batinich was pretty up there. Versus Joaquin Lopez, we don't have too much about his grappling pedigree. And Ivan on the mount. He has a 3/4 mount. If he can somehow get that right leg free from that lockdown that Joaquin has. And generally, you utilize a lockdown whenever a more heavier set wrestler is on top of you if you're taking a jiu-jitsu approach to try to neutralize a position. But the thing is that he needs to get that underhook and he needs to work his way back up. Right now, Ivan is sealing him off, using the cage so that he can't properly utilize that underhook to work his way back up. So if I'm Joaquin here, actually, if you want to get back up, you need to let go of that lockdown, get that underhook on the left-hand side, and then use the cage, get your right leg back against the cage to stand back up. The thing about the lockdown is that it's a neutralizing position. It doesn't help you progress.
Batinich doing a good job keeping top control here. Staying heavy, working from the half guard.
And it doesn't look like the referee will stop this anytime soon because he sees that Ivan is slowly working his way up for ground and pound. And the lockdown is a very tiring move, so if Joaquin Lopez somehow does hold on to this for the entire round, this could definitely affect him leading into the last round.
Oh, heavy shot landed there.
Ivan landing ground and pound from here. And the shots don't even have to be that hard in order for the round. Oh, he's sinking in a guillotine from here. Let's see what Ivan is pulling out of his bag of tricks. He's using his wrist control. He's grabbing the right arm of Joaquin Lopez. Joaquin breaks free. If I'm Joaquin, you have to let go of that lockdown because that's what's keeping you down. You need to be able to utilize that left arm underhook and work his way using the cage to stand back up. So Tusi, if you're in the corner of Joaquin Lopez, what are you telling him right now in order to work his way back up? Or what would be your sense of guidance for him in order to come back into this fight?
Definitely doing what well, it's kind of hard. He tried to shrimp out and then now just got his legs crossed, basically crossed up.
And it seems as if Ivan Batinich has a Dagestani handcuff interlaced with Joaquin Lopez's legs. He obviously won that second round as well, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely.
So we're looking at 2 10-9 rounds going into the third round. If Ivan Batinich wants to win this fight, it's looking very good for him overall.
So the problem with this is, obviously, Joaquin Lopez knows he's down 2 rounds. He has to finish this fight either via knockout or submission. Knowing his background of boxing and his ability to strike, he's going to do what he just did in that second round. Go for the kill, go for the knockout, and Ivan Batinich is going to do just what he did in that second round. Duck under the strikes, double leg, blast him back down, and the fight's going to be over. That is my prediction. Because unless Joaquin Lopez decides to go wrestling and try to take down the D-wrestler and maybe land some ground and pound, he's going to obviously try to knock out Ivan Batinich right now.
And the biggest hurdle that he's had to overcome is Ivan Batinich's kickboxing. Overall, it seems as if Ivan Batinich is a lot more comfortable kickboxing versus Joaquin Lopez being very one-dimensional right now, only utilizing his boxing. We haven't seen him mix in any kicks with his striking using his hands. If he can somehow open up Ivan Batinich with the boxing and somehow convince him to strike with him, only utilizing his boxing, I think that's the key to victories for Joaquin Lopez. Is he needs to put on pressure now, and he needs to box Ivan Batinich. But Ivan Batinich has been outstriking him the entire night. So let's see. What do you have to say about that, Tusi?
Yeah, I definitely agree. But he's got to be careful as he goes for his combinations that Ivan doesn't dip down and shoot for that takedown like he did last round. That's the problem.
And this is and Joaquin Lopez somehow dropped Ivan Batinich. Ivan Batinich scrambling, but we see Joaquin Lopez rushing him. We might see a finish here. Ivan Batinich not intelligently defending himself. And Ivan holding on to his hand, and he pulls him into a half guard.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And even though he pulled him into a half guard, this might not be the worst idea, because Ivan Batinich has showed that he can out-grapple Joaquin Lopez at every twist and turn.
Yeah, and he's got a deep half guard at that.
And he just reversed him up against the cage. He's using a nice little ankle pick to get him off. If Joaquin Lopez cannot stand back up here, he will allow Ivan Batinich to recover. And this might have been one of his only chances throughout this fight to adamantly end this fight.
Absolutely agree. That was his opportunity there. And the D1 wrestler is going to do what he does best.
And just look at the fight IQ of these two gentlemen. Joaquin Lopez trying to utilize that underhook.
There he goes. Figure 4 is the legs again.
And Ivan Batinich just out-wrestling Joaquin Lopez here. It does not look like that Joaquin can work his way back up to his feet. and those strikes aren't doing any significant damage. It might be annoying more than anything, but Ivan Batinich here is winning the fight. If I'm Joaquin Lopez, I wouldn't focus so much on these small little rabbit punches. He either needs to throw elbows or get one underhook and work his way back up to the cage.
Let's see if Batinich is going to posture up here and land some strikes.
And Ivan Batinich not allowing him to get back up.
Keeping great position on Joaquin Lopez.
He currently has part of his back, and now he's delivering some really strong ground and pound here. Let's see what Ivan Batinich can do from this position.
Looking to take the mount.
Now he has this head and arm choke, but in order to secure it and to finish it, what he needs to do is get his left knee across the belly of Joaquin Lopez. But it seems as if that Joaquin was privy to it and he let go of that overhook. But he's setting it back up again. Let's see if Ivan can take advantage of this here. He's also in mount, so he doesn't need to go for a submission. And this is the midway point of the round.
Looks like he keeps going back to that head and arm, but Joaquin Lopez sees it coming.
Joaquin Lopez seems to be giving up his back. Ivan Batinich has one hook in. Now he has both. If he wants to flatten that, now he has this across Joaquin Lopez's face. It's not fully secured yet. Now Ivan Batinich is working for that mount. And Joaquin Lopez reverses the position. And Ivan Batinich knows that there isn't much time left for Joaquin Lopez to work, but Joaquin also knows this as well. If I'm Joaquin, you need to go for a finish here in order to secure this win. For Ivan, as long as he survives, he will definitely become the 185-pound champion.
Taking some damage here, though. Joaquin Lopez.
And Ivan utilizing that underhook, and he reverses the position. Joaquin Lopez up against the fence. Let's see what his cage wrestling looks like.
He's got to break away and start striking immediately.
Absolutely. And Joaquin Lopez landing a knee directly to the face of Ivan Batinich. Ivan utilizing the clinch here. If I'm Joaquin, I'm going to use that right arm to base off the face of Ivan Batinich and separate. Because if I'm him, the only way that you're going to win is by outboxing Ivan Batinich. And that is the end of this middleweight title fight.
What a great fight there. Absolutely. Great fight between these two middleweight fighters.
And Ivan Batinich raising his hands, reassured that he won this fight. And even though he almost got finished in the third, those takedowns that he secured in order to recover from those strikes might have won him the third round regardless. Joaquin definitely had his moments throughout the fight, but Ivan just seemed to be a step ahead in terms of being able to dictate when the fight touched the ground.
Looks like we got a middleweight champion.
The judges are tallying their scorecards. It looks as if we may have a new 185-pound middleweight champion.
All right, scorecards are in. Scorecards are in. To the center. To the center, fighters. We have a unanimous decision. 29-28, 29-28. And 29-28 for your winner, fighting out of AKA Ivan Batinich.
Absolutely well-deserved win by Ivan Batinich. What a great fight, ladies and gentlemen. Middleweight title fight between Ivan Batinich and Joaquin Lopez. It did not disappoint. Went the distance.
And considering the fact that Ivan took a 3.5-year layoff, he didn't look like he took a single day off from training. Really a phenomenal performance tonight.
Absolutely. Celebration celebrating in the cage. Well-deserved victory. Zhong Lo's Cage Fight Series middleweight champion. Ivan Batinich, congratulations. Hats off to Joaquin Lopez. Put on a great performance. Just did not have an answer for the wrestling of Ivan Batinich. But did a great job, had a game plan. Just had a hard time executing the takedown defenses. Other than that, it was a great fight, man. Great fight by both these two warriors.